Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear student. How are you? I hope all of you are fine and happy. This is Masood here, and you are watching my YouTube channel Learn English with Masood. Student, we are going to attempt another quiz, that is complex transitive, ditransitive, and reflexive transitive. Let's see how much you have learned from my previous videos. This is a third one, and you have to make a practice to find out complex transitive and ditransitive. The first one is there. Which one is the ditransitive? She was running fast. We refuse them admission. And ditransitive verb is? Yes, this is we refuse them admission. Here we have two objects. Them is indirect object and admission is your direct object. We refuse them admission. The next one is there. Which one is the complex transitive verb? The judge found him guilty of murder. She ate her meal silently. Complex transitive verb is? Yes, alpha. The judge found him guilty of murder. Guilty of murder, yes. This is your phrase and the object complement, and found is your complex transitive verb here. Okay? It's the object complement and him is the object of the verb. The judge found him guilty of murder. Found is your complex transitive. Him is your object and guilty of murder is your adjective phrase. That is the object complement. Now let's see a complex transitive verb, a very important complex transitive verb that requires both direct object and object complement. For example, let's have an example. See, they polished. Polish is your complex transitive verb. Their shoes. Their shoes is your direct object and black is a noun. This is the object complement. Here we can have noun, a noun phrase, an adjective, and an adjective phrase. The polished, their shoes, black. The teacher titled Sarah an excellent poet. Here we have title. Sarah is your direct object. An excellent poet is a noun phrase. Similarly, we can have an adjective as object complement. One of the judge marked the essay excellent. Okay? Marked is your transitive verb and this is called complex transitive verb. And paper is the direct object, entirely difficult, and adjective phrase. So this is very important. They polish their shoes black. Black is noun. The teacher titled Sarah an excellent poet, a noun phrase. One of the judge marked the essay excellent. Excellent is an adjective. The examiner said the paper entirely difficult, an adjective phrase, a predicate adjective phrase. Okay, it's clear? Which one is the intransitive verb? He looked down from the window. Many boys appeared in the interview. Intransitive verb is? Yes. He looked down from the window. Window is not the object. Okay? And there is no object of the verb in this sentence. He looked down from the window. What is intransitive verb? A short sentence with an action verb without a direct object and not requiring a direct object. Okay? For example, we slept the whole night. Here we have slept is your intransitive verb and it requires no object. He ran very fast to win the race. Ran, run, ran, run. Suddenly the child woke up. They waited for an hour. She lay in the bed. Here we have slept, ran, woke up, waited, and lay are intransitive verbs. They don't require any object. Which one is the transitive verb? The sky grew dark. He posted many letters. Yes. Transitive verb is posted and many letters is your direct object. He posted many letters. Post is your direct transitive verb. Transitive verb. Transitive verb requires an object. Okay? A verb which needs an object, a direct object, you may call it. For example, they polish their shoes. Shoes. Polish is your transitive verb. When you have a transitive verb, you can make a sentence as a passive voice sentence. Their shoes were polished by them. He wrote many letters. Many letters were written by him. She opened the door quickly. Here we have the door is your object. The door was opened by her quickly. The phone aroused me. Arouse is your transitive verb and me is your direct object. Noun. The principal awarded many prizes. Many prizes were awarded by the principal. Now let's see a complex transitive verb, a very important complex transitive verb that requires both direct object and object complement. For example, let's have an example. See, they polished. Polish is your complex transitive verb. Their shoes. Their shoes is your direct object and black is a noun. This is the object complement. Here we can have noun and noun. Question number 3. Which one is the monotransitive verb? The farmers gathered the harvest. Mono. Only one object is there. In monotransitive verb, he has been lying in the bed. Monotransitive verb. The farmers gathered the harvest. Only one object is there, that is harvest, and gather is your transitive verb. Farmers gathered the harvest. What is monotransitive verb? A monotransitive verb is a verb that has two arguments, a subject and a single direct object. For example, we bought a house. Here we have a house is a direct object and bought is your monotransitive verb. They eat fruit. She learns the poem. We watched a movie. Here we have both eat, learns and watched are monotransitive verbs, and fruit, the poem and movie and house are direct object. Okay? Number 6. Which one is the ditransitive verb? The man sold me his cow. The cat went onto the roof. This is a direction. And ditransitive verb is the man sold me his cow. His cow is direct object and me is your indirect object. The man sold me his cow. Ditransitive verb. Ditransitive verb takes both a direct object and indirect object. He lent me some money. Some money is a direct object and me is an indirect object. Have more examples. He lent some money to me. Some money is your direct object and me is your indirect object. Question number 7. Here we have to find complex transitive verb. We have been waiting since morning. They consider the man trustworthy. Consider the man trustworthy. Complex transitive. Consider the man trustworthy. Here we have the man is your object and the object complement is trustworthy. Question number 8. Which one is the complex transitive verb? The rose smells sweet. This is sensorial verb. This victory made him vain. Yes, this is the complex transitive verb, made him vain. This victory made him vain. Here we have adjective, vain, and him is your object and vain is your object complement here. This victory made him vain. They can be adjective, they can be an adjective phrase. Which one is the monotransitive verb? The birds flew away. The police arrested him. Yes, the monotransitive verb is the police arrested him. Arrested. Him is your direct object here. Him is the object of the verb. And arrest is monotransitive verb. Question number 10. Which one is the complex transitive? I hope you can find it now easily. The parents name their baby Julia. Okay? Named is your complex transitive verb. And their baby is the object and Julia as a noun is the object complement. The parents name their baby Julia. Okay? Question number 11. Ditransitive verb. She is painting a box. She is painting a box. Box is being painted by her. He gave her all of my books. Ditransitive. Her. All my books. Yes. He gave her all of my books. उसने मेरी सारी किताबें उसे दे दी. All of my books is the direct object and her is an indirect object. He gave her all of my books. He sang a song. Question number 12, monotransitive. He walked 10 miles. Yes, 10 miles. This is intransitive and sang a song is your monotransitive verb. Only one object is there. That is song is the direct object of the verb. He sang a song. Reflexive transitive verb. John cut himself while he was shaving. Not wait for them for an hour. Reflexive transitive verb is directly related to your subject. John cut himself while he was shaving. Cut is the directly related to the subject John of the verb. John cut himself while he was shaving. Reflexive transitive verb. A reflexive transitive verb is an action verb and it is next to a reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are connected to subject. The action reflects back to the subject. It means the object is directly related to your subject. The new teacher, this is the subject, introduced himself to the class. Who introduced? Teacher. Himself. Himself is your object. He patted himself all over his friends. Himself is the object and it is directly related to the subject he. Let's see. If a verb does not require an object, it is not a transitive verb at all. If there is no transitive verb, then there is no reflexive verb, then there is no complex verb. Okay? Giving. The next one, number 14. They caught many fish to eat. Fish is uncountable here. Many flowers were lying on the grave. This is intransitive. And they caught many fish to eat. Here we have fish, your object, And catch, caught is your transitive verb. Many is quantifier. Yes, there is another example. Our cat caught a mouse. Caught is your verb and direct object is there. Finding the direct object. Example number 2. The boss saw her in town. Saw her in town. This is saw. Her. Usko dekha in town. In town is an adverb of place. This is not the object. Which one is the intransitive verb? He made an excellent speech. Intransitive verb. The shoes were lying under the bed. Yes, this is very easy. Intransitive verb is the shoes were lying under the bed. There is no object in this sentence. So, lie, lay, lain, lying is your intransitive verb. The shoes were lying under. What is intransitive verb? Short sentence with an action verb without a direct object and not requiring a direct object. Okay? For example, we slept the whole night. Here we have slept is your intransitive verb and it requires no object. He ran very fast to win the race. Ran, run. Suddenly the child woke up. They waited for an hour. She lay in the bed. Here we have slept, ran, woke up, waited and lay are intransitive verbs. They don't require any object. The bed. Another example, raise is a transitive verb, a verb used with a direct object. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Your hand is the object of the transitive verb raise. Rise is an intransitive verb, a verb used without a direct object. Smoke was rising. This is from downward to upward, from the chimney. The intransitive verb rise has no object. From the chimney tells us where the smoke is coming from. It's not the object of the verb. Okay? Smoke was rising from the chimney. The next one is there. Which one is the complex transitive? Now you can easily find it out. We have already done 1, 2, 3 and this is the third one. We thought John a worthy person. They all laughed so much. The complex transitive verb is, yes, we thought John a worthy person. Excellent. John is a direct object and a worthy person is a predicate noun phrase. It can be a noun, it can be an adjective, and it can be an adjective phrase. So this is very easy to find out. We thought John a worthy person. Transitive verb. Transitive verb requires an object. Okay? A verb which needs an object, a direct object, you may call it. For example, they polish their shoes. Shoes. Polish is your transitive verb. When you have a transitive verb, you can make a sentence as a passive voice sentence. Their shoes were polished by them. He wrote many letters. Many letters were written by him. She opened the door quickly. Here we have the door is your object. The door was opened by her quickly. The phone aroused me. Arouse is your transitive verb and me is your direct noun. The principal awarded many prizes. Many prizes were awarded by the principal. Next one is there, number 18. Here you have to find out transitive verb. She dropped the candy dish. They made John president. Transitive verb is she dropped the candy dish. Here we have dish is your object and drop is your transitive verb. That is she dropped the candy dish. The next Next one is there, number 19. Here you have to find out intransitive verb. The bell rang very loudly. We won the final match. Yes, the final match is the object. So this is win 1-1 is your transitive verb, and the bell rang very loudly is your intransitive verb. There is no object in this sentence. The bell rang very loudly. The last one is there, again complex transitive verb. She made her speech a forceful argument. Made her speech. The mother admonished her daughter. Yes, the complex transitive verb is alpha. She made her speech a forceful argument. A forceful argument is a noun phrase, and her speech is the direct object in this sentence. She made her speech a forceful argument. That's it. If you still have any question, put your question in the comment box. I will explain your sentence. Thank you. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.